Well, it's been 1 week that I've actually haven't made any reviews for quite a long time now. And in this video, I'm going to tackle a variety of pickup toys which have one particular thing in common. And I've got to tell you guys, the last video I did last week on Sunday was of course the painted Storks. There was a dinosaur product and there was also a flattened vertical product, and both of them involved on fishes. You know, fishing sets, because, you know, painted Storks usually prefer a diet of fish. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to take a look at a huge variety of, you guessed it, one word, and I'm going to finish, don't you? The word tropical is there to stay. And yes, mind you, the main reason why I actually haven't made a video for a week ago is because I was given a task on Monday to create 4 more tropical species of either an animal or a plant. It can be any tropical species from around the world. But to be quite honest, oh my goodness me, that was never meant to happen on those trains. The task I was actually specifically given to make various tropical species of animals and plants was to do them to resemble creatures or plants from Southeast Asia, or maybe tropical Asia. That's the subcontinental area of Asia that I would really love to talk of. More like sub-region if you ask me. But anyways, in this video, I don't know how many there are, but I'm pretty sure there's about 9 tropical species of pickup products that I've actually made, based on animals and plants. And mind you, I must have done a whole bunch of studying, a whole bunch of biology along the way, and it's going to be completely and utterly amazing. So let's start off with our first pickup product. It's this one here. I don't know how loud this toy is going to be because of the trains and whatnot and stuff. I'm just going to move the camera to where I am now. I wonder what's that product called. Let's take a look. It's called, let me just zoom this one out here just to show you what that product is called. Oh wow, you know what it is, guys? It's the Intermediate Egret Breeding Seasonal Mangrove Food Supplies 12 pack, £19.95. Comes with a very good looking, how would you say it, breeding plumage sort of intermediate egret, with colours of red and yellow at the tip there, at the beak, and there's also a very weird green, how would you say it, supercilium on the front of its eye. And the frogs that you can see in the packaging are copper-cheeked frogs, because their cheeks are coloured in, well, let's just say a copper brownish colour, if you ask me, of course. And there's another one right down there, and I wonder what's he eating. I hope it's not wasps, but it's more like, oh, I think these are tiger shrimps. Oh my goodness me. You remember I did a video of some various animals from tropical Asia a while ago? I think it had kingfishers and the spoon-billed sandpiper. That was very interesting, wasn't it, though? And here's the back of the packaging there. It comes with 2 rice-field rats. That's very nice to have an addition of rats there. Okay, maybe I should call them swamp rats, because these are the sort of animals that will be thriving in, you know, wetland areas, of course. And then there's like, oh my goodness me, it looks like a very weird intermediate egret. It looks like he's sneaking towards the booty of another one here. Look at that. Very weird, suspicious face though. I don't know, but let's just go ahead and, oh, there's a very nice looking image there of an intermediate egret going to somewhere. Hopefully it's not hell, but heaven. Let's just go ahead and open up this freaking packaging up and see what lies occur. Okay, here we go. Who are the creatures themselves? Let's take a look. Okay, the first ones we're going to take a look at are the tiger shrimps or tiger prawns. The orange one, of course, is supposed to have stripes, but it looks like it's missing, which is weird. And I've got a much bigger screen at my computer to record, so it's very nice to hear and see. Doesn't have any stripes, which is very disappointing, but and it's also supposed to be a female. If I look at the packaging now, oops, sorry, it's supposed to be that character there. I'm not sure if you can see that. I don't know if you can turn 90 degrees. Maybe I can. Okay, this one here is supposed to be a female, but that one there has literally missed the mark. So that's a bit of a failure for that one, eh? But this yellow one is correct, eh? Look at that. This yellow coloured dude, eh? Looks pretty nice. It's got some wash stripes though, or B stripes. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be on the basis of what, you know, sometimes cartoon tigers might be yellow, but most of the time they're orange, sometimes they're yellow, and white if they are, well, let's just say, a Bengal tiger, I guess. But let me just go ahead and put these tiger shrimps away, and let's move on to some beautiful looking, what are these? Yes, I said these were copper-cheeked frogs. And the back of the packaging really does tell me what species of frog it is, and there it is there. There's the name of what these frogs are. They are copper-cheeked frogs, as I can tell. They look quite nice. And to be quite honest, whenever I take care of frogs, tadpoles, you know one thing about tadpoles is that when they are underfed or they are overpopulated, they start to get cannibalistic. That's one of the, you know, one of the saddest things I could say about nature, but that's the way it plays there. But mind you, these models look quite nice. And let's just take a look at the swamp rats. I think these are more like rice-field rats. Very weird sort of a rattata, or a ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta sort of colour. Actually design, sorry. But I think it's more like a Pikachu sort of colour design. And the eye choice is, well, very similar to rattata, or rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. I could say that forever, eh? Looks like they don't have actual mouths. And I think the creatures themselves, in fact all of the creatures in the Fifth universe don't have actual mouths. But it only applies to some of the origami models, well, most sometimes. Anyways, these rats look quite cool. Let's take a look at the intermediate egrets. This is what they look like in breeding plumage. Yes, they still retain white feathers, of course, on their wings. And they've got a green supercilium in the front, or they're... Oh, that's not looking good. I think that train's about to derail sooner or later. I don't know if I could jump cut that one, eh? But hopefully when that train is coming back towards that section there, I'll come and re-rail it. Oh, I think it's that red commuter train. Oh no. Phew, that was absolutely close. Curse you, you red! Tommy Plowell, E253! What a wrecker. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the intermediate heron closely again, without any flaws. It's got the yellow tip at the front on its beak. There's the red main part of the beak there. It's got red feet. Sometimes the feet can be red and grey, depending on which kind are you looking at though. But I think it's most likely the intermediate egret. Maybe this could also apply to the great white egret as well, which is much like, well, let's just say a much more commoner and larger variation of these egrets. Now, I don't know if I've seen these before, but I'm pretty sure when I went into Malaysia, I must have seen like flocks of them, heronries or colonies, maybe roosts of these birds before, and they look so amazing now. Looks very, very cool, doesn't it, eh? I don't know if I could flap all of the birds, but it looks over commanding. I mean, it looks more incentivizing to just flap these birds, eh? I mean, just look at the locomotion of what these birds and trains can do. Oh, goodness me, it looks quite nice. I love the retracted neck. That's all I could say, though. And also, the way the neck retracted design, though, is actually a bit... Can you see? I'm not sure if you can see that, but I think it's more... Yeah, it looks quite different. If I try that one now, it looks more weirdly folded. It looks like it's just pushed together. It looks like the belly on the heron's neck, or the egret's neck, it looks like it's been squash folded itself, though. It looks like it's been, you know, squashed in the way it is. But it looks it actually makes it more semi-realistic, perhaps. And that boxcar's derailed, though. I've just re-railed it by the looks of it. But anyways, that's this product done. And you know one thing I always do when I'm finished with one flap product, I always throw them straight at the box. Not at the bin, but the box. Oh, I think it's just landed on the bed though. But anyways, let's just take a look at another one. And remember, oh my goodness me, remember I did painted storks before, as I said earlier in this video? Well, guess what? Here's a 12 pack. And it costs about £16.95. Now this is a product, I've actually designed it from last week, Sunday, but I actually didn't finish the product until at least around Monday of midnight. I'm pretty sure it was midnight Monday that I actually finished this. And it's actually quite nice looking at these storks. But mind you, it was a bit of a headache to take these guys. Quite a hefty, let's just say a hefty amount of work to produce these guys. The red flatback car must have derailed just a bit though. But yeah, I've just rewound it just earlier on though. But anyways, here are all the painted storks. Not sure if you can see there's like, I don't know if there's like more than 12 or less than 12 storks. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm pretty sure I'm just looking at the packaging now. 7. Okay. And on the other side, there's 5. Okay, so we've got 12 on the packaging artwork, and there's 12 inside. So hopefully it's going to be completely and utterly correct or corrigable. That's one word I like to use, eh? Oh, it looks like these painted storks have seen far better days. It looks like these guys must have been, well, semi-crushed. But these guys, they look totally robust and very good in quality, I have to say though, even though they look battered up though. They look quite nice. I think that one of the most disappointing aspects about these birds is that, like with the herons or the egrets I've just covered earlier, they don't have any mouths. Boo! But once again, anyway, these guys look pretty amazing. Same design as the 5-pack egrets that I've covered with. No, it was actually the stork, sorry. The storks actually had this sort of detail. And actually, look. Oh, sorry. What was I thinking? The beak colour overall is actually. Oh my goodness me! If I actually remember, this is actually a different shade of yellow. So, mind you, I think these guys have got more of a limeish, yellowish, greenish sort of colour. I think it's close to lime, but it's still yellow. And I think there's also like another yellow sort of beak colour in the design. It looks so different. And actually, if I just work out by myself though, the beak colour in these guys, the yellow in it, is actually a different shade compared to the product with the milky stork. Yeah, it came with 1 milky stork and 4 painted storks, the 5-pack. But this is a pure 12-pack filled with painted storks. Hopefully it's not milky storks, but these guys are painted storks, as you can see. And to me, as I'm very honest here, these guys would have been totally amazing looking birds. In fact, when I went to Malaysia, I'm pretty sure at the zoo there was like 10,000 of these guys flying around. Very amazing indeed though. Maybe there's like over 10,000 of these near threatened / vulnerable birds. I'm pretty sure they're near threatened. Maybe least concern, but I don't know which conservation status they're in, but maybe they're common. That's what they are. Or maybe they're just introduced by some fool who literally want to make these birds come back to life in, you know, Malaysia, and just make more numbers so that the population can increase rapidly at times, say. Well, I gotta tell you guys, these painted storks, even though they've seen far much better days, they look very amazing. I love the way that these guys have been totally designed. I'm not quite sure, maybe I've also seen like a black-neck jabiru or a stork. I'm pretty sure I must have seen it at the local zoo at Malaysia, the National Zoo of Malaysia, perhaps so, but these guys, they were everywhere. It was like a scene out of, well, it's like the Flamingo Lake, isn't it though? When you see these guys, you know, fly around and roam around across, you know, either the National Zoo of Malaysia or, what's the other place? I think Kuala Lumpur Bird Park might also have these as well. Please correct me if I'm wrong though, but I'm pretty sure when you go to Kuala Lumpur Bird Park, there'll be loads and loads of these amazing, beautiful, majestic painted storks. And I think they're becoming a bit of a trend on my Flip Art product list, of course. And strangely enough, when I actually threw the product towards the box, I actually threw it a bit too high, and my goodness me, it just went straight towards the window. But it actually just went downwards towards the box though. Oh dear me, I should have never done that, guys. Sorry about that. But anyways, we've got 7 more picked up products of tropicalityness. It's the Rosy Ringnet Parakeet Wild and Domestic Colour Mutations Flock 12-pack. Not only just that, they're Indian ones. £18.95. They're from the British Wildlife Collection toy range. And the Pets toy range, because they can come in various amounts of colours, you know, white, green, grey, yellow and blue. In fact, there's actually 2 different shades of blue. And what's interesting with ringnet parakeets is that in the wild green ones, they have like a yellowish coloured tail, like that. Very beautiful indeed. Let's just go ahead and unpack these beautiful looking parakeets and see what they look like. Oh my goodness me, they look so quick and different compared to the ones I did back in April. Now, what's very different is that these guys, like with the Storks, these guys, the yellow ones there, have a totally different shade of yellow, as I can tell. And there's 2 different shades of blue ones though, by the looks of it though. There's another yellow one there. Okay, once again showing the beautiful wing patterns like so. There's the white one, pretty much the same. In fact, all white birds, most white birds tend to have like, you know, plain white wings, like, you know, with the pigeons, the cockatoos, the storks, and, you know, maybe egrets or herons, I don't know. But anyways, these guys look pretty amazing. Here's the grey one. In fact, these grey ones are actually in a totally different shade, as I can tell, different colour or shade compared to the other ones I've looked at in previous videos, of course. The one back in April, actually. Here's another one there. Okay, looks very, very cool. Oh my goodness me, this one's a bit sloppy. There's loads and loads of splotches at the back though. But anyways, these green ones, oh, nearly got run over by a freaking freight train. Sorry about that one, blue one, eh? It was this one here. I'll come back to this one later on, but we'll take a look at the, oh my goodness me, what am I trying to say, eh? I'm going to take a look at these green ones here first. And as you can see, they've got a rosy pink neck colorization there. Okay, with a bit of blackness into it there. Very, very nice in colour. And, yes, they still retain the colours so well, for the fact they just look very similar to the birds that I did in, well, April. Was it the 29th? I'm pretty sure it was. Then there's another one of these. Okay, there's like 2 green ones here, but they're in a different shade. Very amazing, isn't it, though? Very amazing indeed. And then I have 2 of these blue ones there. These are turquoise blue ones there. And all of these birds have names, and specifically this one here is called the turquoise blue rosy ringnet parakeet. And that's very interesting to hear, for the fact that there's actually different shades and different variations of blue and colours into it as well on these birds. And what's quite interesting about these birds is that not just in the body, they can also have different patterns and variations, like the bodies of the green or the heads of a yellow. You know what I'm trying to say though, guys. Here's the different shaded blue one. It's just simply called blue rosy ringnet parakeet. Maybe these are more true compared to the other one that I looked at, which is more of a turquoisey blue one. But anyways, these guys look totally amazing, totally awesome. In fact, people keep the blue ones more than the green ones. Although I might be completely wrong, you know, the blue and the yellow ones, it's all thanks to, you know, selective breeding. You know, selective breeded mutations, of course. But anyways, I'm just going to repack all these parakeets. And I hope these guys won't be on the latest pet trade list of all birds sooner or later. Oh yeah, pretty amazing indeed. Let's go and put these parakeets back into the packaging. And mind you, I've seen these guys all the time when I went to either Highbury Park, you know, Solihull, or Hyde Park in London. Okay, pretty amazing indeed. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the 5-pack of, what's this? That's not a Flapping Bird product, it's a Cute Asian Elephant Family and Paper Models 5-pack. Actually, it's called the Cute Asian Elephants Family and Paper Food Models 5-pack. There you go. It's not foods, food. Anyways, the product costs about £9.95. As you can see, there's a male elephant. Oh my goodness me, about to eat, and oh my goodness me, a banana. And at the back of the packaging, you can see like Hopefully it's not. I wonder what's the female leader of all elephants called, the Matariat? I don't know. Matarich? I don't know how you say it, but it looks quite interesting. Yeah, it's a female elephant with a calf, I think it's a calf, playing with or eating a, oh my goodness, I presume it's a leaf, specifically a bamboo one. And oh my goodness me, on the bracket there it's telling me that the leaf is shaped like an arrow, also shaped like an arrow. And yet they're in danger, that's what we all know of. And yes, the EH500 has been knocked down by an E253. Curse you! Curse you, goddamn red commuter train. But anyways, let's just go ahead and unpack the elephants and see what we have without slacking all the way. Let's see what we have. Oh, there's the arrow here. Okay, lovely leaf. Oh, amazing. It looks like a 2D image of grass, you know. I dare say that's just something that amateurs would love to follow, eh? Oh my goodness me. Wow, that looks pretty amazing, those bananas though. Hopefully it's not like some sort of weird generic, or let's just say, oblivious drug. By the looks of it though. It is a banana by the looks of it though. You know, a model one of course, and here are the elephants. I think these are the adults, there's the female. As you can tell, she's got the lipstick though, because she's a cartoon female elephant. And you've got the eyelashes there. There's the male. And there's cool looking tusks at the front. He looks quite cool. In fact, as we all know, Asian elephants have shorter ears and are much slimmer compared to African elephants. Although they're still bulky. And also, one thing I've actually witnessed myself about elephants is, due to the large size, they actually can't jump. In reality though. Which is something that I've actually didn't realise. Elephants, real elephants specifically, can't jump. That's amazing to hear. What a good fact, eh? Maybe the calves, maybe they do jump, but not as much. I think when they grow up. Looks quite cute, these eyes, lovely looking eyes. Very beautiful. In fact, I've actually seen these guys before, once at the Zoo of Malaysia. I think it's called the National Zoo of Malaysia. The same place where I saw these painted storks before. I think the elephant species I've actually seen a lot more are the African elephants from the safari park, the West Midlands Safari Park. But I don't know if I could see like the Asian ones more, because there are some places in the UK where they've got like Malaysian styled elephants there, the Asian Indian elephants that they have at the zoo. I'm pretty sure Whipsnade Zoo, Longley has got them, I think. Woburn, I don't know if Woburn's that good because they've got Asian elephants. And what else is there? I think there's also another place. I think Blackpool Zoo might also have these guys as well. Maybe I would love to go to Blackpool Zoo because there's tons of different animals I might probably see at Blackpool Zoo. It's quite a good zoo because it's got like not just Asian elephants and red kangaroos, but also Magellan. I wonder what's that penguin species. They've got sea lions as well. They've got Magellanic penguins as well. I think that's the species of penguin I'm obviously after for. But anyways, that's the Asian elephants that they've got at this park back here. Looks pretty amazing indeed. Off you go. Let's take a look at another one here. It's this one there. That one there, of course, is the crab-eating monkey shore horde versus crabs 12-pack. £19. I'm not sure if you can see the price. Amongst the crab's pincers or claws, there you go. My goodness me, there's a monkey running away from a very aggravated sort of crab, kind of, to the fact there's claws and pincers at the front of him. And look at that monkey, looks like he's desperate to get a bit of a battle, and then if he wins, he might share it to that monkey there who looks even more desperately hungry than that one, eh? I'm pretty sure the crabs, they're just generic crabbies from Pokemon. Let's take a look at the back of the packaging there. And the monkeys themselves, they're based on the crab-eating macaque. Actually, macaque. How do you say those? It looks quite nice. Very cool looking monkeys though. It's very interesting. The monkeys that we often see in Malaysia and often in Southeast Asia are these guys there. Obviously, they're one of the most common of all monkey species that we often see in the world. for the fact that, not just for the fact they're often associated with tourists and they like to steal things, but the fact they're more aggressive than any other monkey species from around the world. And when you feed monkeys in this part of Asia, I think in a tourism line, I would say a tourist sort of day in Southeast Asia, well, you know one thing what these monkeys would do, when you feed them, they go crazy and they go bananas. As obvious as this sounds. But anyways, these are the crab-eating monkeys, specifically macaques. Okay, there's the crabs there. And despite their names, crab-eating macaques don't usually eat crabs at all times. They don't actually make it up as their main diet, as the name would literally unsuggest. Of course, that's a word I would literally create though by myself. And you know one thing about crab-eating macaques, they obviously eat anything. They're omnivores, like seagulls. And you know one thing about seagulls, they're like monkeys of the air. You know, sea chimps or sea monkeys of the air. But anyways, here are the crabs. They look pretty cool. It looks like this one here, looks like it's seen better days though. There you go. Oh, this one here is even more battered than before. That's not a good look. But anyways, these crabs look fairly amazing by the colours and stuff like that though. And I chose orange because I've actually run out a whole bunch of ideas to make, you know, what kind of crab species do I actually want in this product. But there you go, let's take a look at the monkeys. And the monkeys themselves, they're the crab-eating macaques. They've got like faces like that. Okay, you can see there's an eye piece of detailing there. There's, in fact, the eyes are quite visible, and also the mouth looks also quite visible as well. I don't know how many crab-eating macaques are there in Malaysia, because that's the kind of place I've been there, and there's quite a lot of these guys around though. Here's another monkey though. Okay, and their main predators themselves are tigers. In fact, tigers love to eat these guys, and leopards, they love eating these guys too. But with these guys though, as we all know, I think the crab-eating macaques, they're a lot more aggressive compared to the more calm and docile. If there's one monkey species I would love to create, it's the silver leaf, or I'm pretty sure it's called the silvery leaf lutung or monkey. That's quite amazing. I think it's the silvery lutung monkey. Silvery leaf monkey, that's what it's also called. I'm pretty sure you might find the silvery leaf ones in Kuala Selangor or Battle Caves, which is next to another state in Malaysia. I know it's in Selangor, but it's probably next to another state in Malaysia called Pahang, and there's like an area called Gombak. I'm not sure what it is, but I'll try and tell you what it is. I'm pretty sure there's some links in the freaking description information piece that I've actually got on my video though, which will be amazing of course. And I think Gombak is situated between the two Malaysian states of Selangor or Pahang, I'm pretty sure. And Battle Caves is actually quite a great place to find, you know, monkeys and also bats as well. And there's even like lots and lots of pigeons as well though. Loads and loads of pigeons across Battle Caves as well. That's the nicest thing I could say. But anyways, we've only got a few products to review and unpack. Here's something from Thailand 2020! Yay! You initially thought the piece of merchandise from Thailand 2020 range was going to stop. You know, all the toy range was about to stop, but here we are. This is called the Binturong Bearcat Civet family with cubs and mascots 12-pack. £19.95. In fact, I've actually got a product of civets, or kivets, I don't know how you're going to call them. And let's just take a look at the back of the packaging there. There's the Binturongs, that's what they look like. And I'm pretty sure they've got some weird chemical inside these guys. I'm pretty sure, maybe that's the reason why they smell like popcorn. I'm pretty sure that's what these guys are. And I've got prehensile tails at the back there. There you go. And look at this. Check out all the way to Thai on this little channel, which is of course my channel. And look at this. Every single time, whenever, you know, my goodness me, I don't know what I'm saying here. Whenever I make Thailand 2020 products, they often commemorate my YouTube channel so well. Please do go ahead and check out my instrumental piece, All the Way to Thai. And I've also got a singing version coming sooner or later. I don't know how good or bad it's going to sound, but you'll be amazed or unamazed by that sound of me singing. And oh my goodness me, I don't know what to say. You'll be amazed on the lyrics and also the song that I might create for my YouTube channel as a great big piece of speciality along the way. So out they come. Whoa! Okay, so here are the creatures outside. We've got the birds, we've got the Binturongs, and that's very cool. Let's start off with the Binturong, shall we, first? Okay, so here are the cubs. And as I can tell, Binturongs usually give birth to like, let's just say a pair, maybe 1 to 5 or 6 cubs. I think 6 is the maximum. As I can tell, maybe I could make more and more Binturong products, because I've actually seen loads of these guys at the Nature Centre, the National Zoo of Malaysia, and at the zoo. In fact, these guys are quite common in captivity. Here's the male Binturong, or bear cat, by the looks of it there. Even though they have a face of a bear, the body of a cat, and the tail of a New World monkey, thanks to their prehensile tail, they're actually closely related to civets. And I've got a product about civets. In fact, I've only got one of these guys as well. And these guys look pretty amazing, eh? And because of the fact they're so large, they actually can't jump. They actually can't jump for the fact their size is so big and bulky. Probably one of the largest of all civet or civet species in the world. In fact, I have to say, it looks quite cool. Very cute looking Binturongs, which are very nice. Let me just put these away because I might show you the mascots along the way though. Here's Burple the Purple Heron, and what's quite funny about Burple the Purple Heron is that, where's his mouth? Where's his freaking mouth? It looks like his mouth is gone. Jeez, oh my goodness me, that is just so freaking weird. Where's his freaking mouth? And also, if I have a look at Watara, Jack and Ryder, let me just take a look at Watara. He's missing a mouth! Whoa! Where in the freaking hell are the mouths? Where are the mouths? Someone else must just basically misplace the mouths in somewhere else. I don't know what the mouths are. And look at this. There's no mouth on Ryder as well. And look at that. Even his eyes are not as derpier than before. This is just completely wrong. Wrong. Where are the mouths? Oh, don't worry. I'll add them after I've made this video though. Here's King Hornsby. He's got a mouth. And he's the only bird who's got the mouth though. Even though he doesn't stand up properly though. Oh, yes he can. Oh! That's not looking good to see, but anyways. That's the Binturong product. I think the mouth part is very disappointing though. I think Burple and the other Kingfisher guys have totally missed the mark. Feels like I need to get their mouths back before it becomes too late. Anyways, let's take a look at this product here. Here's our last product to review and unpack, but I've actually got 2 more to showcase to you guys, eh? Here we go. It's called the Tropical Asian Baya Weaver Sexual Dimorphic Roosting Flock 12-pack. And it's basically one of the latest products I've made. £17.50. Look at that, look at some of the artwork that I've actually placed. There's a Baya Weaver here just staring into space. That's a male one though. And these guys are superficially very similar to that of sparrows and finches, for the fact they've got a finch-like bill and they're compact-like. I'm pretty sure they've got a compact-like body size, I'm pretty sure. That's a very nice image. Oh my goodness me, it looks like that female one there is flirting with a male. And what's very common with weaver birds is that they often make a bulbous nest that looks like this. They often stand upwards or vertically and build a nest like so. Some of these attempts of building nest attempts can be a bit of a failure or a major failure at times, but it's more a minority, I guess, as these birds are very common to breed to breed and gain numbers successfully actually though. And look at this, that's a beautiful artwork. Look at this. There's a male Baya Weaver communicating. Oh my goodness me, it looks like he's enticing a female. Or communicating towards a female. Look at this. It's a reference to the CDI Zelda games. Look at this. How about a kiss for Clark? You've got to be chicken! Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the Baya weaver birds. I've actually seen these birds. Actually, I didn't see these birds, but the species of birds, I've actually seen them similarly, identically, as they're from the genus, is it Lokia or Fokia? I don't know. I might try and check that one out later on though, but there's some links in the description below. Anyways, this is a male, and as we all know about males, they've got a grey or black looking face. Sorry for being racist, that's all I can say. They've got brown/grey patterns on the wings though, same with the tail, and they've got a yellow underside, and they've got pink feet, which is nice. The wing colour overall, very similar to that section though, but it's fully in that section though. And look at this, the hump has got yellow on that half though, and the other being grey, but it's actually more, well, let's just say, I don't know, maybe a third or so. I don't know. I wouldn't classify that as being in half, but looks pretty cool, doesn't it, eh? They've got brown eyes, and actually they've got like a grey beak with a pink lower mandible, which actually represents the tongue. So beautiful. And let me take a look at the female one there, because the females look quite interesting there. But what's very surprising about the female one is that it's got a pinkish sort of beak there, and oh no, it looks like we've got a train derailment along the way though. That is not looking good to see. Oh dear me. Let me just drag this one here. Oh my goodness me. Come on. I don't want to see my face, but let me just reroll this one here, because this is not looking good. Not looking good, guys. Not looking good. But anyways, I'm just going to continue with the Baya weavers. Hopefully sooner or later, after I've rerolled the whole train layout, and maybe try and fix the tracks a bit more, just to give this train a bit more of exercise. Just to keep this video going, and to just, you know, continue with that toy review that I'm doing right now at the moment. Though, let's just go back to where we have left. Okay, so as I'm looking towards that section there with the train, and there's the female here. They've got eyelashes, they've got a pink beak. Normally females are a lot more duller and less interesting to look at compared to the males, but yes, this looks pretty superficially similar to the male. But look at the face. The face actually is a lot more different. They've got brown, or she's got brown on the top as the cat. And also, if you look closely, she's also got a beautiful, yet kind of visible, brown supercilium on her eye. I'm pretty sure it's the head side, or the eye side of the head, which is very nice to see. And they've also got like very weird patterns of brown, grey, but also yellow. And even on the hump, there's also some yellow present on the bird here as well. And if I show it to you quickly, look at that. Looks very amazing indeed. Anyways, I'm actually not going to probably show you and flap all of the birds though, because I've got 2 more of that products before I feel like I'm going to finish this video. And like I told you guys, these birds, they're one of the latest guys I've actually produced. Oh yeah. I'm liking it. Woohoo! Let's just go ahead and just show you something pretty amazing. This one here, I wonder what this is. Is that a lily? Well, apparently it's actually a lotus. Well, to be quite honest with lotuses and things like that, you could probably float this one in the water, but I'll probably say not really, because this one's got felt tip marker detailings and design, and if I place it on the water, all the pieces of detailing in the water, well, it's going to be, oh my goodness me, it's all going to be deteriorated once I place it with the water there. But nevertheless, thankfully enough, we've got some leaves on the bottom, which sadly have sloppily came off. But nevertheless, it's quite a very nice piece of Indian treasure, mainly Vietnamese. I'm pretty sure it's more Indian, because for the fact that you know, the lotus is, you know, the national flower of India. And it looks kind of cool, I have to say, even though there's a lot of sloppiness. I think there's a bit of sloppiness right there on the middle part of the flower, which I can't remember the name of. But anyways, it looks quite cool. I'm pretty sure it's designed after a lotus, and maybe if I could design it straight away from the design, hopefully it's going to be nice. I don't think it's more like a lotus now. It looks more like just a regular flower though. But if I try and make it up as a lotus, I'll probably suggest, I have to say, try and fold all of the petals to try and get that beautiful lotus look. Yes, kinda, but not really a lotus for me though. Oh my goodness me. Let's go ahead and move on to our last of that product though. Look at this. Do you know what this creature is? Remember I had a look at the Binturongs? They're civets. And speaking of civets, this creature here, while being a mixture between a cat, a dog and a ferret, maybe a weasel of some kind, it's an Asian palm civet. And despite for the fact that these guys are also known as toddy cats, they're related to the mongoose. And like all civet cats, all these guys are related to mongoose. Or mongooses. That's what they're called. And oh no, got a train derailment though. Not looking good, guys. Oh, there's another one. Oh, it's that freaking commuter train that just doesn't want to obey with me. Maybe it's just the layout, so I just arrange it, but let's just go, hey. Come on. And let's just go ahead and grab the civet. The Asian palm civet cat, though. Oh my goodness me. This is probably one of the most amazing creatures I've kind of feel like I've done before. And Asian palm civets, even though they're carnivores, they're also omnivores. Because I've actually noticed that these guys can also eat fruit. And they will also eat specifically coffee berries, which in a sense that these guys were very famous for the fact that these guys are well known to produce one of the most expensive coffees in the world. One of the most expensive ones that we all know and love or hate. For all animal lovers and haters, it's called Kopi Luwak. And I'm pretty sure that's where the name of these guys come from. They're called Luwaks from either Malaysia or Indonesia. It looks quite cool. It's got a black tail at the front or the back. Sorry about that. Actually, there's black at the front there on the head. Very nice white eye patches on the head, and also white at the front of the muzzle. Lovely purplish nose or pinkish nose, purplish pinkish nose. And the ear detailing, wow, looks quite cool. And these guys can make excellent rat catchers as well. They'll literally hunt, you know, rats in fields and rats in many areas. I gotta tell you guys, these guys look so cool. They can even climb trees as well though. And sadly with these guys, I think these creatures are linked to SARS, which is like, you know, one of the earliest types of coronavirus I've actually heard of before. But nevertheless, these guys are cute and cuddly. They're grey, they can also be brown, and they're also black. And also in Malay or Indonesian, I think they have the same name as the durian that they have. And that's because these guys are also known as musang. I'm pretty sure that's what these guys are called, musang in Malay or Indonesian. So that's a very bagus product. Thing in Malay I know is Salamat sa pagi. And actually, just before I go and end this video, I mean, that's just about it, guys, for a whole bunch of tropicalityness, or a whole bunch of tropical themed products from Asia. Loads of animals and plants of it, of course. I've actually made, oh my goodness me, I'm actually going to get really bored of this one here. I've actually made a whole bunch of flip-up dinosaur headbands. And guess what? There was literally more of them. There's actually 4 more of them. Guess what? I don't know what I'm actually doing here at the moment though. There's literally 4 more of these guys. I wonder when is the whole flip-out dinosaur thing going to end though. That's one of the biggest aspects about it. It's like the coronavirus pandemic. Now we're seeing Partysaurus headbands, and that's one of the biggest common issues I'm actually having a whole bunch of problems with now. I feel like I'm going to make more flip-out dinosaur products now than just, you know, freaking tropical, oh my goodness me, freaking tropical animals. And I don't know how many of these Partysaurus headbands that are going to be produced by the end of this year. Let's just hope that these headbands will be trending towards September, maybe until September. But I gotta tell you guys, I don't know if I have enough of these headbands though, but I gotta tell you guys, these things are just everywhere. Some of them have got different, font patterns and stuff, but I can tell you guys, they're absolutely everywhere. Others, they just look the same. Well, that's just about it, guys, in this video, I better leave this one here because it's been extremely, pretty much too long, as I've made this video about, tropical animals. And also some Partysaurus headbands, which has been completely and utterly mixed for me though, and I'm very sorry it's been quite rough and ready though, and I'm also quite sorry that I've actually taken a very long time to get into just about tropical animals. So if you want to see more videos on YouTube here, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more future videos in the future, and as always, the train's running well and much better than before, although there's been a few mishaps just now. As always, thank you for watching and bye for now.